Blackstone Publishing presents Miracle Creek Christmas by Krista Jensen. This book is read by Christine Williams. For my dear friend Carmen and our hours in the dialysis center. You joked that one day I could use the experience in a story, and we laughed. Who knew? You are a light. And for the firefighters of the Pacific Northwest, who work so hard to preserve this beautiful chunk of earth. Chapter 1. In another life, Mark Rivers would have focused on the woman who'd just entered the bakery and nodded in her direction with a smile of appreciation. The new art teacher had turned more than a few heads in town. But this wasn't that life. So he took the bag of apple fritters Letty Mae handed him, pulled his hood farther over his head, and ducked past the new customer and out into the chill of November 3rd. He brushed off the lingering feeling that she'd looked his way. Everyone looked. It had taken months for the locals of Miracle Creek to stop staring at him like he wasn't who he'd always been, like he hadn't gone to their schools and played in their conference championships and been to their weddings and funerals and anything in between. 18 months had passed since the summer fires had devoured a large portion of his family's orchards, and a portion of Mark, too. Rivers Orchards hadn't been the only property devastated by the fires. A lot of families were hit with loss. But while orchards were replanted, homes were rebuilt, and new growth covered charred ground, even in the skeletal remains of the Cascade Forest, Mark was still scarred, and in some ways, still burning. He passed James Dean, Letty Mae's basset hound, sprawled on an old quilt in the winter sun, and climbed into his truck, still careful of the healed burns on his body. Town wasn't much. Main Street made a sort of J. The bakery, the auto shop and gas station on the corner, the IGA and Ace Hardware across the street, the Grill and Go drive-thru next door. The street meandered past the K-12 school and a park, a few blocks of homes, some town orchards, and then out of town. Pick a valley, pick a hillside, almost any road led to orchards. Acres of apple, peach, pear, apricot, and cherry trees, along with the occasional vineyard, had been tucked into the curves of this foothill region just east of the Cascade Mountains. The coastal weather from the west kept things mild, and the mountains siphoned off just enough rain to keep things irrigated. Usually. 2 summers ago, a rare drought had settled in, and without the rain, everything had crackled on the ground. Midsummer greens had turned yellow and brown.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?